In 1958, Clara Luper led a group of children on a sit-in at the Katz drugstore lunch counter. That eventually led to the desegregation of restaurants across Oklahoma City. It is recognized as the first civil rights sit-in in America and resulted in a lifetime of activism that left its mark on Oklahoma society.
Not only was she a great leader in terms of the civil rights movement in Oklahoma, but first and foremost, she was a teacher, and she loved students. And she loved students, whether they were white, black, green, yellow. She just loved kids.
Miss Luper's work began in the early 1950s. It many times put her in harm's way, something she overcame, in the words of historian Curry Ballard, with dignity and love.
The death threats, people spitting. She told me, Ballard, people didn't know me, come to me and spit in my face.
I think that being arrested to her was just, if that was the price to be paid, then so be it.
Clara Luper is being remembered today as a civil rights activist, but it was her work as a school teacher that opened the eyes of countless children, changing them from who they were to who they would become.
She had some special connection with her belief system that children were especially close to God. And she used that connection to touch the hearts of people in a way that maybe adults couldn't have.
I had no other choice. See, black people could only be teachers or preachers. And I know I had not been called to preach. So I took the second way.
From a school teacher to a civil rights leader to organizing the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, Miss Luper's life came down to helping young people to believe in themselves, believe they had a future, that no matter what society did to them, they could overcome.
Mrs. Luper was able to be that beacon. She was able to shine light in darkness. And we became the benefactors of such a glorious life. Mrs. Clara Luper was indeed the flower in the weed patch.
I believed with all my heart that the time would come when America would know no segregation.
For ONR, I'm Bonnie Campo. The Pink Wave rally was a mixture of emotions as women told stories of unwanted abortions, but medical reasons left them no choice. The word abortion was shouted across the rotunda to make a point.
We are outraged at legislators who claim concern with too much regulation and government too large, while they inject into our most private and personal lives the government.
The current legislative session has produced numerous anti-abortion laws. In the ongoing battle over abortion rights, groups are often labeled as conservative or liberal, pro one thing or another, but it also many times just comes down to getting the votes.
It's a political tool, and it's unfortunate, but that's what we're doing here. Most of these end up in court. They won't pass because it's a federal issue, and if they want to modify abortion, they need to do it by locally with programs like medically accurate sex education.
Kelly Jennings with Oklahoma's Religious Coalition for Reproductive Choice says abortion is just as much of a choice as religion.
I will defend any Oklahoman's right to your religious beliefs. However, your beliefs stop at my body.
The overall message for today's Pink Wave rally came down to one simple point. Choice is personal and should be left that way. For ONR, I'm Bonnie Campo.